And today on Bennett's Reviews and How-Tos, we're doing the DeeRC 2104. Let's take a quick look at it. And here's that beauty real quick. You can see you have the remote, which has all the different functions. You even have LED lights you can turn off and on. You have steering trim, you have a speed control. It is water cooled, brushless motor, does 30 miles an hour. You can see it's got a really nice prop setup. But what we're gonna do first is we're just gonna throw it in this pond here. We're gonna go for a ride, see how fast it is, see how well it handles. The way this is made is if it flips, if it capsizes, it's gonna roll itself back over. It's self-righting, so you don't have to worry about it getting stuck out in the middle of the pond. And it's just super quick, super fun. It's got a double hull construction, or a double lid construction, I guess I should say. So there's not gonna be getting any water in this thing to make it sink. But like I said, we're just gonna throw it in the pond. We're gonna turn it on, we're gonna see what it can do, and then we're gonna go back home where it's nice and cool and not 100 degrees, and we're gonna take a close look and point out all the features and specs. So let's go play. All right, so here's the boat. They say that it cannot capsize. We're gonna find out. And look at there. True to saying, it flipped itself right over. So now we're gonna get the controller. And wow, this thing scoots and it handles amazing. This thing turns on a freaking dime, and it's super quick, as you can see. Let's play a little bit more. I mean, look at that turn, 90-degree turn, wide open. I mean, I literally just drew a square with my wake in the water. I'm trying to flip it. It won't flip. Oops, I'm dragging some trash. It does have reverse. Let me catch it. Be wary of grass in the ponds, sticks, and other obstacles. Because if this got wrapped up way out there, I'd have to wait for the wind to blow it back to me, but we got it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, we're done with our little test drive. You get about 15 minutes of run time on one battery, and we're gonna open it up, we're gonna see how dry it stayed on the inside. And perfectly dry. It even actually almost sounded like it had a vacuum on it. But you can see inside the battery compartment, completely dry. So, zero complaints from me so far. Just a very nice, fun little boat. Put all this back together. Okay, so as you can see, this is a very fun little boat. Does it do 30 miles an hour? Yes, I truly believe it does. It stays super dry on the inside. It's a water-cooled brushless motor. It has a long distance range. It cannot flip over. If it does roll over, it's gonna self-right itself. How great is that? That's a necessity if you're driving an RC boat out on a lake, pond, or in the ocean. But let's go back to the studio. We're gonna get an up close look at this and look at all the different features, components, and what all you get with this thing. We're gonna look inside and out, so let's go. Okay, so here we are back at home, and you can see right here, we have the little boat with us, and this thing drove amazingly well. It would turn on a dime, it accelerated quick, it actually got on plane and was just skimming across the top of the water. Just a lot of fun. And you saw in the beginning of the video, I just threw it in the water, it landed upside down and it rolls itself. So it will not capsize, and if it does, it rolls itself back over. Inside the box, you do get a manual. You'll get a little screwdriver, a wrench, an extra prop, an extra little nylock nut. It's gonna be really hard to see for the propeller, and you get a little Allen wrench. So they give you some accessories with it. And here's the controller itself. You can see it's just the pistol grip style. You have your on-off button, your steering trim, and you have your throttle. You can set your speed. If you had somebody who isn't really good at driving boats, you could turn the speed down or turn it up for yourself. And then you have an LED button. And what that is for turning LED lights that are on the boat off and on. It has LED lights in the back, right here, 2 in the back, and it even has 2 in the front. So if in the evening or if it's getting dark, you can drive this thing and it just looks really cool on the water. I have an optional accessory here on the front, and what this is just a rubber nose cover. And this is if you were just learning, or if you were, say, driving in a pool or something, you would want to have this on to protect the front of your boat. But if you don't want to use that, you don't have to. You can just pop it right off. Let's go ahead. We're going to look inside the boat. You just undo these 2 right here. They're just like little twist knobs. You just untwist them, and you can just pop the top off. That's your first layer of protection from water. And then this is your battery case here, and you turn the same little type tabs, and there's your battery case. You do get an 11-volt battery. It's a 2000 mAh battery, and like I said, it's good for about 15 minutes. Comes with a USB charger as well. I just want to remind you of that. And now you have another bulkhead that you can take off, and we're just going to unscrew all these. And just like that. Now we can actually see inside the boat. Now what I want to do real quick is I just want to hook this battery up. Turn it on. All right, it's connected. So you can see in the back, you actually have proportional control. It's not just all or nothing. You can actually just feather it however you want to do it. And the same thing with the throttle. And it also has reverse. So very, very cool. You can see the lights are on in the back. You have red in the back, blue in the front. So if it was getting darker and you were cruising around the lake or whatever, you would know which way the boat was facing. And then if you just hit the little LED light button right here on the remote, you can turn them off or turn them back on. How cool is that? Now I'm gonna turn the boat off, and I'm gonna bring the camera in a little bit closer so we can actually look inside. All right, so looking in the boat, you can see you have your receiver right here. It's fully waterproof. And if you notice something, this boat is completely dry on the inside. And that was after I just threw it out in the water and that whole time that we were running. You can see the water cooling lines for the brushless motor right here. They go all the way through. It's got the little water pump. You have your speed control right here for the motor. You can see this is a little brushless motor. Here's your steering servo right here. And as you can tell, you even have brass tubes and hardware in here, and everything's sealed up with silicone. You even have another cooling tube back here, because it comes up from the front, goes all the way through and comes out back here. So a very well made hobby level boat for sure. It even has a demo mode that if you hold down the LED button right here, you can see where it says demo. It'll actually do and drive itself for a minute just to give you a little demo, which is pretty cool. The range on this is right at 400 feet. It's 393 feet away, and you're gonna need it with this little thing going that fast. So overall, this is a very nice boat. It's a nice solid plastic. It's not real flimsy. It's not gonna break that easy. It's super quick. I mean, I just have nothing to complain about. I'm not really a big boat guy. I do a lot of the RC cars and things, but this thing gave me a smile for sure. I was just grinning ear to ear while I was driving this because it was just that much fun. And a little quick tip for you, if you go out on a pond or a lake to drive an RC boat of any kind, you want the wind coming at you. That way, if you're out on the pond and it dies, the wind will blow your boat back to you, and you don't have to try to walk around to the other side of a lake or a pond. So just a little fun tip for you. Very nice little boat, guaranteed to have a good time with this thing. It would be great for kids, fathers, birthday presents. I mean, you're never too old for RC stuff. I hope this video helps, and thanks for watching.